I am a 26-year-old male, and since yesterday I have been seriously considering deleting Instagram permanently. This app is absolutely trash and makes me feel sad, anxious, and fearful of missing out. What definitely triggered me was yesterday when I had a great day with a friend and felt happy until I opened Instagram after coming home and saw all the relationship photos. Suddenly, I felt sad and lonely. I don't have a relationship myself, unfortunately, and it already makes me insecure. Then I also saw a photo of my crush with her boyfriend, and it broke me. I went from an amazing day to feeling tired and depressed. Also, all the pictures of other people living their best lives with their friends, partners, awesome cars, apartments, and drinking nights make me feel left out and lonely. I think it is time to permanently deactivate my account. I first tried to limit my time on the app, but I just keep unconsciously opening and checking it. Most people there I haven't seen or spoken to in 5 to 10 years, and most of them I don't even know. Just some former classmates, for example, whom I had nothing to do with. Still, these strangers affect my emotional health so much. My best close friends can always text me on WhatsApp. I also use Snapchat since I only have a few close friends added there. At the end of the day, I only care about what they do, and I am never jealous of their lives or relationships, which is quite strange. Story 1, a couple of things. It will probably be a hot take, but I would take a hard look at why it makes you feel that way. While deleting the application can be a solution, it is a symptomatic treatment, not removing the root cause. Realizing why Tom's vacation pictures make you feel miserable will be far more beneficial than just getting them out of sight. I find social media negatively affects and causes fear of missing out to people who are not happy with their current life, do not do enough to better it, or do not know what they want and so are easily swayed by what other people do. If you know what you want and can honestly look in the mirror and say that you do everything in your power to better your life, then Tom going on vacation, Josh having a girlfriend, or Pat going out more than you do will not affect you because you will just live your own life. Lastly, the algorithm shows you what you interact with. My feed is memes, content about 2 to 3 television shows, and a couple of other specific topics I am interested in. If your feed makes you miserable, it is worth taking a look at why you interact with that content. Another thing I forgot to mention is that Instagram should not be perceived as real life. Plenty of couples post cute selfies while not even having sex or properly connecting for months or years. Or when someone posts a vacation, they will not tell you how much of it they put on the credit card and so on. Critical thinking and filtering the information from Instagram can contribute a lot to emotional well-being. Story 2. I was addicted to just opening the application. I did not realize it until I disabled my account for a day. Throughout the day, several times an hour, I tried to open the application. Why? Dopamine addiction. Story 3. I am a 26-year-old female, but I deleted Instagram for a while. I did not have it for 2 years, and I did not miss it. It was good for my mental health. So just do it. After 2 years, I made another Instagram account with a name no one would recognize, and I only added my closest friends who I know would not judge. I started following inspirational quotes and funny meme accounts, and I love it. No jealousy of others, no fear of missing out, only the things I want to see. Story 4. As someone who uses Instagram, I can see how it could be detrimental to some people. Everyone, myself included, would probably be better off if we all stopped using Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, and other social media platforms. Story 5. I got rid of all Meta products except WhatsApp because I have too many friends and loved ones who refuse to stop using it, and I am surprised by how little I miss them. Facebook and Instagram used to be huge parts of my online life. Now I barely even think about them, and when I do, I am just glad to be rid of them. Story 6. Do it. The more I live, the more I think it is good to just be impulsive and live in the moment. I used to worry so much about things and never do anything. I have found I learn more when I act quickly. Some of that learning comes from making mistakes and having to put out fires, but hey, that is life. Story 7. Hey buddy, the best thing I ever did was delete social media. I mean, Reddit is social media, but it is different. You can still watch reels on YouTube and other places and learn things elsewhere. It does not have to be on Instagram. I feel for you. It will be hard at first because you will have dopamine withdrawals, but it will get better. Stay strong and do not give in to intrusive thoughts. Story 8. I feel like Instagram is the most useless of all social media platforms, with mindless entertainment and people showing off. I started one for my business a few years ago but have discovered it is worthless. I would say delete it. Story 9. If you allow yourself to feel bad over an application, then you definitely should not allow yourself to access it. Story 10. I deactivated my Instagram 5 days ago. I still get urges to post content and find myself subconsciously looking for the app when I am bored. Not going to lie, I do feel somewhat more at ease even in such a short time. Story 11. Just delete it and go on about your day, man. If you decide to install it again, simply do so. Don't overthink something that is rather simple. Story 12. Deleting metadata is always a good idea. I'm just curious why this is what you see on Instagram. Mine is all just unhinged memes. It doesn't make me sad. It just makes me feel silly. Story 13. You can control your reels at least. You click at the bottom on the dots and select not interested. Then you fill your feed with content that you actually like. I deleted Instagram for over a year and came back. My feed is nice with no relationship content at all. If you really want to delete it, you can. I only came back for the funny content. Story 14. I am a 36-year-old male and I deleted my account in spring this year. I experienced about 1 month of withdrawal symptoms, but then they passed. I can focus more on my life without it. If some of my friends' stories are important to me, they will find their way to me eventually. Story 15. I deleted Facebook 8 years ago and have no regrets. I am not on social media at all, only Reddit. I spend almost no time on my phone during the day except for basic tasks such as directions, ordering items, texting, and calling. I experience no social media stress or drama. Story 16. I deleted it months ago. I don't miss it at all. I was also a marketer's dream as I would be buying junk from it. You will meet someone amazing, join some groups, go to the gym if that's your thing, or even go out walking, etc. Good luck with it. Story 17. Do it original poster. I deleted Facebook, Messenger, and Instagram all on a single day more than a decade ago and have never been happier. Story 18. Absolutely, if it is making you feel worse, then you should get rid of it. There is already enough negativity that people have to deal with on a daily basis, so removing another source of negativity is a big plus. I would delete the application at a minimum, as the longer it takes you to return to it, the less likely you are to go back. Story 19. I deleted mine recently, as well as all dopamine-inducing apps from my phone, including Reddit, and life is much better. Story 20. Delete it. You will not miss it. I deleted mine for the same reason years ago and have felt much better since. There is nothing positive for you there. Story 21. Deactivated mine for 7 months. It has been great. I miss the days when it was just posting photos and seeing my friends and family's photos. The reels became too much. Story 22. Deleted mine a while ago. Feels so much better. Detaching from social media and the people you see on it is necessary every now and then. Story 23. I deleted it and it's been nothing but good, brother. Text your friend and let them know you had a great day and value the friendship. Good friends are real. Story 24. Yes, delete it. It is all marketing and fake content by aspiring influencers trying to make money from your misery by selling you false solutions. Story 25. Delete and never go back. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and others are all harmful to your psyche. Twitter and Reddit get a pass for me, as I use Twitter for work purposes and Reddit predominantly as a knowledge base for my interests. Story 26. 10 out of 10 good idea. A lot of what people compare themselves to is curated Instagram edits. Get off the app and save your brain. Story 27. I deleted it for 5 years. I came back to share some of my personal story to give others hope. Can be very unhealthy. I think it is crippling society. Story 28. I have been thinking about this myself. Actually, I think I am going to remove what I follow and hide the random content it shows me that is toxic. I will just follow things that inspire me. That is what I used to do. Now I am seeing a person affected in a war zone and feeling vicarious post-traumatic stress disorder over it. Story 29. I deleted all social media applications from my phone and only use them on my personal computer occasionally. It has been absolutely liberating not to carry them all around in my pocket, and I have no desire to re-upload them onto my phone. I suggest this approach rather than deleting entire accounts. You can still set time limits on usage while you are on a computer. Good luck. Story 30. Instagram has honestly become a place to show off. I can totally relate to you. You know, when something bothers you, you remove it. You are on the right path. Delete it. Story 31. Yes, do it. Your life will be better. I had this with Facebook 10 years ago. Deleted it and was all the more happy about it. Story 32. In general, you should do whatever harmless activities help you feel happiest and most like yourself. Deleting your Instagram will not harm anyone or stop them from doing what they want, so you are in the clear. If you still need it for social obligations, then just remove it from your phone and check messages on your laptop occasionally. I did that with Twitter and eventually stopped using it completely, migrating everything I received to Blue Sky or other platforms. Most people now fully understand that social media can have a deeply damaging influence on individuals, even if it has mostly been positive for them. Anyone who thinks badly of you for not having Instagram can move on. Do it for your own sanity and happiness. Story 33. I just did this about 3 months ago over political posts. Instagram, X, Facebook, and others are all gone. Do it. Story 34. Deleted all social media platforms about 5 years ago. Best decision ever. Just be prepared for the "did you block me?" conversations from many people. It was crazy how many thought I blocked them because I was upset, and even crazier were the looks I got after explaining I simply got off social media. Story 35. It is literally a trough feeding you content based on whatever you just looked at last. It is very toxic. Story 36. I did, back in January. During the detox period, I was about to go back, but then I learned of the glitch that was showing everyone graphic content, so I decided against it. I have not been tempted since. Story 37. I have a private account under an assumed name. I do not follow anyone I know, and they do not know I have an account. I only follow a few accounts related to my interests. The discovery feed is still unpleasant and often unhinged, but you can filter things out with a little, sometimes too much, effort. Story 38. Also stay clear of subforums that will trigger you. I left the dog subforum I was in because there were too many posts from people who recently lost their pets. Story 39. I have only tried using social media for creative professional networking and sharing work, and I reached decent numbers and engagement. Even then, it was a negative experience even when I was no longer posting. I cannot imagine using it to share my personal life. It sounds like a nightmare. I have never had any positive, healthy experiences on most social media platforms. So yes, delete it. You will be better off and you will not lose anything. Story 40. Just remember, they only share the good parts of their life on Instagram. They do not show the pain, loneliness, arguments, and down days because that does not get them likes and followers. Do yourself a favor and delete it. I did, and I feel much better for it. Story 41. The other week, I realized that watching other people struggle on Instagram made me sad. I see a lot of Karen videos, road rage, animal cruelty, and many other unpleasant things. I thought, I don't even have problems like that, so why should I absorb the negativity from people's issues that I'm only watching on a screen? I decided to delete my Instagram permanently. I still haven't done it, but decided to limit my use, and I will delete it eventually. I also unfollowed almost everyone I was following because I haven't talked to these people in years. Deleted it. Story 42. You can still keep a small anonymous profile to follow funny and meme pages. Sometimes a small pick-me-up from a laugh helps. Story 43. Deleted all my social media except Reddit recently. Facebook is mostly advertisements, and Instagram is also full of unreality. It is not worth your time. Invest in your real life. Story 44. If it has that much influence over you, I think you should probably delete it. I believe social media causes mental deterioration, but I still have many applications. I have developed a resilient mind over time and am no longer affected by these often superficial representations of other people's lives. I think that is the grounded way to be personally. Story 45. I am really considering deleting Instagram permanently since it is making me feel bad. What is your opinion about this? I did not even need to read your post to say this. Do it. Delete immediately and do not look back. If you use it to communicate with friends, then let them know. If you have important photos there that are nowhere else, then save those. Then delete the account. Story 46. I did not use Instagram very much, but I deleted Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram all in February. I very rarely feel that I am missing something there. Story 47. I am 24 years old. I went from being chronically online to deleting TikTok, Instagram, X, and Facebook. I have been without all of them for a year, and my life is a lot better because of it. I do not feel like I am missing out or being overloaded with low-quality content that random people post. I use my time more effectively, and I feel more productive. I do not experience as many depressive episodes. Overall, the quality of my life is better and more enjoyable. Story 48. I deleted it last week, and it does not affect my life. It is normal. I am not missing anything, such as reels or photos. I use Instagram only to video call my girlfriend, and now we mostly talk on WhatsApp. Therefore, I have no use for it. Story 49. I deleted all of my social media accounts a year ago and have not regretted it. Everything was becoming toxic. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, everything is gone except Reddit. I think you would be doing your mental health a favor. Story 50. I have one because I think Facebook made it mandatory, but I do not think I have ever used it except for an initial tryout. Everything about it seemed terrible, and I could not figure out who or what it is for. I only still have Facebook in the first place because my mom will not use her cell phone. Even when I was using Facebook every day, I was very aware of how unintelligent and useless it is, and that I would not miss it at all. And I do not. Story 51. I just permanently deleted my Facebook and Instagram accounts I have had for years, and so far it has been a good decision. Every once in a while, there is someone I wish I could reach out to and memories I want to look at, but it is my fault for not downloading any of the data first. Just do it. Story 52. Haven't used Instagram except for messaging. I would never want to scroll through the lives of people I know. I would rather talk to them. Story 53. I never open any Instagram stories, and I never scroll the feed. I only watch the reels that the algorithm wants to show me. The algorithm I have created is full of content that makes me laugh a lot. I do not care about the lives of the people I know or do not know. I just enjoy silly reels that make me laugh out loud. Story 54. Yes, delete it. If it is having a negative effect on you, then you need to remove it from your life. A big part of transitioning from a child to an adult is to stop doing what you think you are supposed to do and instead find out what is right for you. Many 20-something-year-olds follow paths because they think that is what they are supposed to do and later regret it. Find out the type of adult you want to become, change your habits, cut the toxic influences, and add ones that will build you into who you want to be. Story 55. A lot of social media does that to people. Eliciting feelings, good or bad, keeps people engaged with the platform. It is trash. Deleting the application is probably best. Story 56. You absolutely should delete it. But just remember, social media shows only the highlights. It is not the whole story. Everyone has their own challenges to face. Story 57. You will feel much better with that garbage out of your face. To be honest, I did not read your whole post, but I do not need to tell you that it is bad for you. It is bad for everyone. If you still want to use social media, use Facebook. That way, you can keep in touch with people and watch reels if you want. It is much less harmful to the brain than Instagram. I swear that app is demonic. Story 58. Sure, delete it, but also strongly consider getting a therapist. You have issues deeper than social media. Story 59. Should have blocked the ex since last year. You are breaking your own heart and hurting yourself almost on purpose at this point by not blocking the X on all social media. Story 60. For me, I just mute, block, or restrict those people that I don't want on my feed. For your peace of mind, go ahead and do it. You seem like a secure person. Story 61. Deleted it at some point during high school. It has been years, and I have not found a good enough reason to return. Story 62. I deleted my social media accounts a week ago. I do not really want to go back. My brain feels lighter now. The fact that I feel relieved says a lot. You can deactivate your Instagram account, and if it is ever necessary, you can log back into it. I thought I might want to go back, but we will see what happens. There is a lot of pressure and negativity that comes with Instagram. Story 63. Hi, original poster. I relate to your post deeply. About 2 years ago, I deleted Instagram but kept Snapchat to stay in contact with others. I missed it in the beginning, but after a while, I noticed myself being much happier where I was and not comparing myself to others. Being on Instagram made me feel bad watching my friends and even people I did not know traveling and exploring the world while I was stuck working and not living a glamorous lifestyle. I came to the realization after deleting Instagram that none of what you see on it is real. Everyone goes through difficult times, and only the good ones are posted online. I would recommend deleting it. I think it would help with a lot of the fear of missing out and comparison. It has really helped me. Story 64. I deleted my account a couple of years ago and have not looked back. It is actually quite empowering to do so. Forget Instagram. Story 65. Do it. I deleted mine 2 years ago and never looked back. I have really grown to hate how purposely addictive it is designed to be, and the customer service is non-existent. Delete it and be free. Story 66. Step 1. Delete all social media except Reddit, in my opinion. Step 2. Attend therapy sessions. Step 3. Practice mindful living. Story 67. I really like how Reddit is basically text-based, not image-based. It is less superficial than Facebook and Instagram in that respect. Story 68. I only use it for work, posting completed projects, etc. Looking at inappropriate content or profiles of wealthy people showing off their new possessions damages your mind. Story 69. I would avoid anything that makes you compare your life to someone else's polished version of theirs. It is harmful, especially when people post about their children. Story 70. Deleting Instagram itself will not help you. You need to do more. Delete Instagram. I personally dislike the app and think it is harmful for anyone not living a perfect or near-perfect life. Stop pitying yourself and change your life. If you feel like you are missing out, what will you do about it? Will you keep sitting and watching others have fun? Or will you have fun as well? It is up to you. Make friends. If you already have friends, go out with them. Your crush is mostly gone. She is not thinking of you, and that is okay. She is living her life, which means you need to live yours. She is not part of your life, nor someone you have to have in your life. Stop romanticizing her and focus on yourself. Ask yourself, would you date you? Why or why not? Go to the gym and focus on building yourself up. The gym really works. It is a cliche, but it does. I was on the brink of giving up until I went to the gym again and started feeling like myself. I felt confident and good. I did not feel guilty. The gym is a magical place. Go to your local recreation center or company gym and start a membership. Go for at least a week straight, taking 2 days off. If you can go for at least a week, you can build the habit. Go every week after that. Just 2 weeks of consistent fitness can change you for the better. Build confidence. I saw your profile and you referred to yourself as ugly. Why? Ugliness does not exist. People are kinder than you think and just want someone decent, not a weirdo or an abusive person. Stop looking at yourself through negative beliefs and start seeing yourself as a human being. Nothing more and nothing less. Stop trying to wear someone else's face. You are you, and there is nothing wrong with that. Fix it now before you are 60, wondering why you even cared about these things instead of living life and going for it. Story 71. Honestly, I still have my social media accounts. The thing is, you have to realize that social media is not real life. I had a relative whose husband cheated on her for years, and they fought weekly. However, every social media post showed them smiling with their kids on vacation, saying how the other person was the love of their life. They eventually got divorced and are now with other people who are the love of their lives on social media. If you can realize that most accounts are a mask portraying what people want to be rather than who they really are, it will help you get through. Many girlfriends are in unhappy relationships yet post happy family posts and pictures all the time. Story 72. I have not used social media in 10 years, and it is definitely a decision I support. Social media is very harmful to your mental health, and I do not see much benefit either. Story 73. While you are at it, get rid of all the other applications and maybe even this one if you feel it is affecting you. It is really easy to fall into negativity with social media applications. Protect yourself. It is not that bad. Go connect with people in real life for a bit and then come back later if you want. Story 74. I deleted all social media during COVID-19, except Reddit. I use TikTok only to find recipes. My self-esteem has increased. My self-love has increased. My marriage has improved. My mood has lifted. I have never been happier not comparing myself to anyone else. Story 75. Instagram is disappointing. It makes me sad and unhappy. I see my former partners there, which exhausts me and makes me feel lonely. I am considering deleting it. Do you think I should? I am not sure what the delay is. Story 76. I have never had the application and I am still alive. In fact, I really do not even know anyone who has it. I deleted Facebook 10 years ago and never looked back. Story 77. Yes, please delete it. This is the last social media account I have. It is one of the best decisions I have made. I should probably delete this account as well. Story 78. When I deleted all my social media, Facebook was something pretty new. Instagram was not a thing. I have not regretted it once. Trust me, it is the healthiest action you can take regarding this topic. Story 79. I am a 26-year-old male going through the same situation. I have friends who made it big in sports and are now millionaires, and friends traveling the world in groups. Even though I am happy for them and I will get there myself someday, it is definitely affecting my mental health to see everyone's life highlights and bragging posts all the time. Story 80. The best thing to do is go to the fitness community on Reddit and find a program. That said, I wrote this guideline below a while ago that might help. The basic way to build a workout is to focus on compound movements and make those movements your primary or main movements. Then use accessory or secondary lifts to address imbalances, deficiencies, and complement your main movements. You want 10 to 20 sets per week for each muscle group, which typically works out to hitting each muscle group twice a week. The lifting schedule you choose is called a split. The most common splits are 1. Full body 3 times a week. 2. Upper-lower split 4 times a week. 3. Push, pull, legs 6 times a week. 4. Bro split or Arnold split 6 times a week. You want to select compound exercises in the primary planes of movement for pushing and pulling movements. For example, horizontal push, bench press, push-ups, chest press machines, horizontal pull, barbell row, bodyweight row, machine rows, vertical push, overhead press, dips, shoulder press machine, vertical pull, pull-ups, lat pull-down machine, legs, barbell squat, leg press, lunges, hamstrings, straight leg deadlift, bodyweight Nordic curl, glute ham raise machine. Those are your main exercises. You pick one from each category and do 3 to 5 sets for each day you're targeting that area based on your split. If you're doing full body workouts, chances are these will be the only exercises you're doing or your sessions will take too long. Full body workouts are frequently recommended for beginners. If you're doing an upper-lower split, you can add some isolation movements for arms and shoulders. Push, pull, legs, and bro splits are typically intermediate to advanced programs that include more isolation movements. The reps and sets are where your program can really vary. Generally, if you're doing higher reps, 10 to 15, you can get away with fewer sets, 2 to 3. If you're doing lower reps, 5 to 8. You'll do more sets, 3 to 5. You want the weight to be challenging regardless of the rep range. Some people talk about low weight, high reps, but that just means low weight relative to the number of reps you're doing. The weight should always be challenging. If you're doing over 20 reps, you're probably going too light and not stimulating much muscle growth or strength gains. The difficult part is progression. You absolutely need to gain strength and muscle mass. Look up double progression or dynamic double progression. Either option is good to get you started. Story 81. Just remember you are looking at a highlight reel. My life is pretty routine and mundane 99% of the time. If I go on vacation or do something fun, I will post on Instagram. If that is all you see, you assume I am living my best life too. Story 82. It started as a great idea, an album for your digital photos. Just like Facebook, a great place to connect and communicate with distant family and friends. Once they started monetizing it, everything went downhill. Story 83. I deleted Instagram a long time ago, cold turkey. I do not feel any remorse. I also left TikTok. There are other social networks that have less impact on the brain. Story 84. Delete Instagram now and feel your life shift instantly. Clean your feed and focus on real connections, not inactive followers. Story 85. The grass is greener on the other side. People often post pictures of the good parts of their life while leaving out the bad. Andy, for example, may post pictures of himself with an attractive girlfriend and a $40,000 Mustang car. But his former childhood friends know that he still lives with his parents, makes minimum wage, and spends his money on junk food. Story 86. Felt the same way on Instagram some years ago. Yes, I deleted it, but I also worked on underlying issues within myself. I read some books, learned how to lift, and got into as many hobbies as I could. Eventually, I returned to Instagram with a new account, but my following list was strictly close friends and accounts related to my new interests. I have never dealt with the same problem since. Story 87. Yes, it is a time sink. Use it for work if you need to. Otherwise, there is no point in it. It adds nothing to your life. Story 88. Delete it now. Here is some advice for young people. There is no rule in life that says you have to maintain contact with people you went to high school with. Remember, you went to school with them for 5 years, about 8.5 months each year. Most of December you are at home, and for 2 weeks in the spring you are also at home. So, in total, you spent approximately 8.5 months going to school 5 days a week for 7 hours a day with these people. Think about it, you don't really know them, do you? Why keep focusing on them through that harmful platform called Instagram? I keep hearing the same story about kids who felt great, then opened that parasitic website and ended up feeling terrible. To hell with Instagram. Delete it for your own mental health. Forget about them. You are still young. You still have a chance to have a life. Most important of all, forget about your crush. She doesn't care about you. It is hard to hear, but it is true. Sorry. Story 89. Social media is not reality. What you see is everyone's highlight reel. People do not show their lowest moments or their boring, monotonous day-to-day lives. Once you realize this, you can view any social media app for what it is, pure entertainment. The days of social media being a way to connect and share experiences with close friends are gone. It is now simply a means to advertise yourself. If social media causes you to feel depressed or think negatively about your situation, by all means, take a break. However, blaming and deleting the apps will not solve anything. You need to put yourself out there for real-life experiences. You cannot just sit online all day worrying about why your life does not compare to others. Life is what you make of it. If you constantly criticize yourself, you will feel bad. Nothing can replace in-person interaction. Our species thrives on it. Story 90. Deleting it is not a bad idea, but I am also going to link this Instagram reel. Story 91. I started using Instagram around 2015. Took about 3 years before I gave it up. It was a waste of time. I am back with an account for my business. I need to stay in contact with certain events that are announced there. To do that, I need to build a large following. If it were not necessary for my business to be visible, I would stop using it immediately. I do not trust any app from Meta. I am the product, sharing photos in exchange for giving up personal private information to advertisers and lobbyists. Story 92. I did this with Facebook and never looked back. All I use from Facebook is Messenger. But that is a different application. Story 93. You should delete anything from your life that makes you feel that way. Not just applications, but people, habits, and so on. Story 94. Social media itself is very toxic. I deleted my Snapchat about a month and a half ago, and it has never been better. Less drama and less nonsense. I do not personally consider Reddit social media. I can remain pretty anonymous here, which is nice. Story 95. There is no shame in deleting something that makes you feel bad. You can also curate your feed by following things you love and unfollowing things you do not love. I have a lot of pet videos and recipes on my Instagram, and it has helped a lot. Story 96. I have never been active on social media, but the anxious generation proved to me that I made the right decision. Social media can be harmful. Story 97. Dude, I deleted that stuff 2 years ago and haven't looked back. You will search for it for a month or two, but it gets better. Promise. Story 98. Had this exact thought yesterday. All those meaningless reels giving bad advice drive me crazy. I am going to delete the app from my phone first and maybe reinstall it for a quick look once a week. Wish me luck. But yes, for you, delete, delete, delete. Story 99. My wife and I both decided to take the leap and delete Instagram. I deleted all my social media in general while she kept her Facebook. Nothing in our lives has gotten worse since deleting them. We aren't missing anything. We are more present and spend our time more deliberately. We have experienced only positives, both as individuals and as a couple. I pay much more attention to the things that really matter. A strange thing we both noticed is that our days, weeks, and months feel longer. When you stop spending hours scrolling, whether it affects your mental health or not, you don't realize how much time it frees up. Take the leap. You can always download the app again and create a new account. That's what we said we would do. But now both of us say we would never even think about it. Story 100. I am surprised you tagged this as a weird question. Your reason for deleting your social media is valid. I also deleted all my social media except Snapchat over 2 years ago because I started to dislike it. I kept Snapchat so my friends and family could still contact me since I don't have a phone number. When I tell people I have no social media, they are initially surprised but then say they think it's very cool. What I recommend you do is just do it. You will notice that you won't miss it in the future. Story 101. 40 minutes here. And I think I had Instagram on my phone for 1 year before I decided to delete it. Social media in general is a joke. I have a Facebook account, but only to keep in touch with old friends and my 11-year-old's biological father. Story 102. Everyone here dislikes other social media platforms because they believe that Reddit is more connected with non-mainstream culture and that it makes Reddit cooler. Do yourself a favor and delete both. You will feel better not being provoked by numerous users complaining daily about nothing on this website. Story 103. Yes, I still have it, but almost never use it. I feel better about everything now. Instagram is basically just a way for you to brag to the people you are not hanging out with about the people you are hanging out with. Or really just brag about anything. It should be called Bragstagram. Story 104. You can reset your thought patterns, but much of your anxiety and fear of missing out is self-induced. Have you considered therapy? Story 105. I deleted it 5 years ago and have never looked back or even thought about it since. It adds nothing to your life. You are the product. Story 106. I wrote the same about MySpace years ago, then Facebook, then Instagram. I crawled back into the platform and it will happen to you. That was in my 20s. I am middle-aged now, and all I care about is my wife and kids, my dog, some friends, gaming on PC, and traveling here and there. I am barely on Facebook, but I keep it to stay in touch with friends and family. The Amazon application is my Achilles heel. Story 107. Facebook and Instagram are troll swamps. Anything anyone posts, they are ready to pounce with insults, bullying, threats, debasing, and arguments. First, I thought it was just a few creeps here and there. It all started to go bad around 2014. It became acceptable to bully and insult when someone did it in public all the time. From labeling someone a loser to boasting about being better than anyone, bullying became normalized. Everyone jumped on the bandwagon because, truthfully, most people are miserable and want everyone else to be miserable too. COVID-19 also revealed the not surprising frustration of many, who had no problem battling it out with strangers. Someone you would never meet, so apparently it was worth it for them to insult you if they did not agree with or like something you said instead of moving on, which would have been the mature thing to do. I actually left Facebook because I got banned for going toe-to-toe with scammers and idiots who were insulting peers of mine, age-wise, calling them old, decrepit, wrinkled nobodies. It was about my third warning, and I was cut off completely. I was trying to warn hundreds of women that celebrity pages they were addicted to were all scammers. It was a losing battle because Facebook would not take the pages down even though it was clear they were not real pages. On Instagram, I made a comment once about a certain food additive and was told to kill myself. It was absolutely astonishing and left me speechless, which is a pretty hard thing to do. Let's face it, we have a giant society of miserable people. Story 108. Social media is mostly people presenting false images of themselves. It is designed to generate envy. No one has a life filled with ponies, rainbows, vacations, and being crazy in love. Yes, delete it if it helps you. Therapy may help you heal faster too. Story 109. Do it. I was off for 2 years, deactivated. I recently made a new account and have literally 3 followers. I just post whatever silly things I do, and I love it. No audience and no need for validation. Truly just a photo album documenting my life. But it took me years of deactivation to reach a place of peace. I highly recommend it. Story 110. Deleting Instagram and Facebook and being off those platforms for 7 years has been a huge boost for my mental health and well-being. I would tell everyone to give it a try for a long time. I recently got back on both platforms, but Facebook specifically for Marketplace and Instagram only for chats since many of my new friends mostly chat there. Now, I have a much healthier relationship with social media. I know the signs to look out for to make sure I do not feel bad, and I have set boundaries for myself. Story 111. I can feel you. I never followed people I know from school or college for the same reason, but it still makes me feel fear of missing out. Story 112. Ignoring that type of social media was great for me. The only social platforms I really keep up with now are forums, including Reddit, because I enjoy sharing opinions and humorous posts with strangers in a place where it does not matter. They function more like a photo album for friends who grow distant to see what you are up to. However, it is healthier to chat with them directly from time to catch up. Everyone goes through life on a unique path. You are not missing out and you are not doing it wrong. Not everyone meets someone they want to or should spend their life with in their teens or 20s. Story 113. I don't have Instagram because there are too many social media platforms and apps to keep up with. I have Facebook because back in the day when it was popular, I signed up to stay connected with my friends and family. I have a friend on Facebook who is all about her super successful family. She enjoys creating the illusion that they are mingling with rich and famous local celebrities and athletes, when in reality they paid for their own tickets. Standing outside the VIP box is all they manage to do. If Instagram is making you feel uncomfortable, delete it or maybe don't look at it for a while. Focus on in-real-life friends and friendships. Story 114. Honestly, I say go for it. I deleted Instagram almost a year ago and I have been way better without it. Entertainment can be found through YouTube and Netflix or other streaming services. Story 115. I deleted mine 4 years ago and have absolutely no regrets. Social media is harmful. If anything is making you feel the way you described, just remove it from your life. You will also find you have much more productive time available to do the things that make you happy. Story 116. I'm a woman, and I want to share my experience because I think it will help. I deleted Instagram a few years ago for about 2 years. I did this because I followed many fashion influencers, as I am very into fashion. At the same time, I was going through a really rough period with depression and issues with my body image. Scrolling through posts of these beautiful women contributed greatly to feeling awful. Removing myself from that environment helped me a lot. It wasn't the ultimate solution, but it was a step that helped me get to where I am today. I have Instagram back now, but it is limited to friends, family, and a few fashion influencers whom I really like. I am in a much better place, and things like that no longer trigger me. If it is a triggering place, it is best to remove it and work on what is being triggered, and then maybe one day you will come back. Story 117. I think it would help to see some Instagram behind-the-scenes videos and posts. For example, videos of people dancing are usually like, okay, I'm about to post. Pretend to be having a good time. Action. Dances for 5 seconds. Cut. Okay, no, that wasn't the take. Let's do it again. Story 118. Frequently used Instagram was popular among friends for memes before Reels took over and everyone started spamming direct messages with Reels, so these were actually funny memes. That was a few years ago when I was the one sharing memes and friends were the ones enjoying them. Then everyone started doing that with everyone. One day, around 2 years ago, I realized that I habitually opened Instagram most of the time, not because I wanted to. One time, I caught myself feeling bad while opening it, feeling like it was work. The feeling you get on a Sunday evening when you know you have to go to your job the next morning. I subconsciously felt that way about opening Instagram. I had to see all the reels from more than 30 chats, react to them, then go to my own feed and share reels with friends for them to enjoy and react to. I immediately felt disgusted because if it feels like work and not fun, why do it? I'm not getting paid and it's totally optional for me. A majorly freeing realization. I just deleted the app and never looked back. Honestly, I have felt much better since then. I did use Twitter and Threads a lot, but have since removed those as well. Now, I'm not up to date with everything that happens in the world all the time, and I couldn't feel lighter and more unburdened. Reddit is the only one I have for now, but I will soon get rid of that too. In summary, uninstall it. Story 119. Unless Instagram is your friend group's primary communication channel, or you are an artist gathering followers to generate some income, Instagram is an inefficient platform. Story 120. Change your algorithm. Unfollow negative content. Follow positive content that makes you feel good. Story 121. That's how I felt with Facebook and TikTok. I would always feel miserable, then permanently deleted my accounts. Best decision ever. Story 122. Delete everything you have doubts about, especially if these services are offered free of charge. If you are not paying for it with money, you and your data are the currency. I deleted Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter a while back and am very fine with it. Eventually, people will understand and look for alternatives that are not so focused on addictive layouts, bad content, and fake satisfaction. Story 123. Some people cannot handle certain situations, and some are more emotional than others. If it causes you problems, delete it as it, unless it is part of your job, is not essential to live and function in society. However, if you struggle with this, consider talking to a therapist or similar professional. Not being able to handle such things could cause problems later when you cannot simply avoid them by deleting an app. It is a good idea to find coping mechanisms and explore why you have an issue with the fear of missing out. Story 124. Don't delete the account, but remove the app for now. Just stop looking at it and using it as often or completely, especially if you are having a good day. The rule of thumb is, if you are happy, don't be self-destructive or self-sabotaging. It's like a subconscious thing. You feel happy and then seek out stuff to equalize it because you feel guilty for feeling happy. Don't compare yourself to others. Be proactive and seek social relationships where you can build connections or enter into a relationship. Take a dancing course. You are likely to meet some women there or in other situations. Talk to a therapist about the depression before it develops further, if you are not already talking to someone. Story 125. I think if it is affecting your mind and emotions, it is definitely worth deleting. Social media really is not a healthy thing in most ways. Story 126. I am now in my 40s and I have never been on social media. This account is the closest I have gotten so far. You will be fine without Instagram. Story 127. Instagram has become my new Facebook. I go there to message some friends, usually just sharing memes and silly content found on Instagram. Story 128. I'm 34 years old. Male. Proud to say I have never had a Facebook or Instagram account. I have plenty of friends and never felt like I was missing out because of this. What I see Facebook and Instagram do to my friends is just a time sink and makes them insecure or suspicious about their partners in ways that baffle me. One of my friends told me his girlfriend liked a photo of some random guy who posted it over a year ago. He kept thinking about it and concluded that it was not normal, imagining the worst. On top of that, you get bombarded with ads in almost every picture, right? I can't believe people actually go through that all day. Story 129. Hey, my solution was to only use it in the browser. It worked like a charm for me, but we probably had different reasons. Not having it at all might be even better for you. Also, the algorithm is not very good these days. Don't blame yourself. It is purposely designed to make you feel that way. Story 130. Delete it. I removed Instagram and TikTok from my phone because they were making me miserable. My TikTok For You page was full of hate. After I reported a few pages for hateful content, TikTok seemed to treat me like a free moderator because that was all I saw on the app. It was exhausting to use. I moved to Instagram Reels for my short-form fix, but that place was terrible. I deleted it too and haven't looked back. Reddit is the only social site I use these days. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.